into this blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the middle. Let's see. Let's go. Have it right, Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. I hope everyone is doing good tonight. Big up to every single one of you in here. First and foremost, guys, like the video. If you haven't liked the video, smash and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 4K. It's getting closer, guys. Big up to all you guys supporting the channel. Make sure you get in the chat. And like I say, also hit that notification button, guys. Hit the notification button so that you know when I'm going live. Big up to all you guys. Every single one of you. Up the Chelsea. We got a game tomorrow. We're buzzing for it. We're in great momentum. We're going to discuss the Brentford game, a little preview. We'll do a little lineup. We'll also discuss Jorginho's contract. We'll discuss Potter's words on Mason Minerals Mount. And I'm going to start off with the breaking news. But before I do that, let me just run through the comments. As always, give you a quick shout out, all you guys supporting the channel. So first of all, big up Chelsea old boys in here. Smash those likes, subscribe to the best Chelsea platform. Up the fucking Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Big up to you, Chelsea old boys. As always, geezer, it goes without saying. We know this is the going rate. Yeah, the tradition on Minerals FC. We let all the haters, all the rivals, all the so-called London clubs. We see things they'll never see. Let's have it right. There's only one team in London. That's Chelsea Football Club. European pedigree. We won it all. World champions as it stands right now. Big up to you, Chelsea old boys. My geezer. Shout me tomorrow as well. Don't forget. Here we go. Stretters is in here. Proper Minerals tonight. Hit the like button. If you don't, you're wrong. Let's have it right. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Dale's in here. Oi, oi. Leo up the Minerals. Saw Rory on TalkSport chatting utter rubbish. Guy is clueless. Foot Outlaw, big up to you. Potter knew before he joined the club. Money Mace was the glue and will be the glue for a long time. Haters in the mud. Hope you're all good, bro, and had a good day. Up the Minerals FC, up the Chelsea, up the MM19. Love that. Love that. Also, shout out to the Minerals FC community legends as well. Let's have it right. Smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes. We've got the link to the Minerals FC membership as well at the top. Junior's in here. Big up to you. Minerals gang. Seppa's in here. Jaden's in here. Immortal Technique. CFC Real Fans. Stay together. Let's have it right. Very, very good name, mate. Very good name. Chelsea, you made me run back from the gym so I would miss the start and still beat you. Lateness is greatness. Let's have it right. Carefree, wherever we may be up the Chelsea. Sorry, Geezer. I'm sorry, Geezer. But listen, at least you had a little quick sprinter to get back home in time for your daily minerals. Let's have it right. Big up to you, Geezer. I love that. T-Spot's in here. Go Blues. Keep the train rolling. Let's have it right. Jack Emery's in here. Kante's turning to paper mache. Fucking hell. CFC Blues, big up Johnny. Up the Minerals from Joseph. Top bins, here we go. Minerals FC, a proper Chelsea channel for the proper Chelsea fans. Big up Johnny. Up the Chelsea. Big up to you, Geezer. Big up to you. Let's have it right. Chelsea old boys. What a legend. What a legend. Andy's in here. Big up to you, Andy. Been a fan of Mace since when he was on loan at Derby. He's generational. Big up to you, Andy. You know about the Minerals. You understand. You get it. And most people on Minerals FC do get Minerals, man. They understand it. They understand it. Big up, Leo, my geezer. Big up to you. Let's have it right. So, guys, keep your comments coming in. I don't normally stream when there's games on, but I thought, you know what? I don't really care, mate. It's got to be done. We've got to do a live stream before the game. But we're gonna start off with shocking news. Really, it's not really something that I want to. It's not a great tone to set for the buzz that I feel right now with Chelsea. But I'm going to do it anyway because it has to be spoken about, and it is the latest news. So we're gonna do that right now. So let me just make sure you can see. Yes, you can. We're going to Chelsea, right? So we're going directly to Kante. N'Golo, the GOAT, Kante. Chelsea Football Club has today released the following statement regarding N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante has undergone an operation on his hamstring injury. The midfielder visited a specialist with the club's medical department to explore the options for his rehabilitation approach, and it was mutually agreed for N'Golo to have surgery to repair the damage. Fucking hell. That's bad. Following a successful operation, N'Golo is now expected to be sidelined for 4 months. 4 months. That's a killer. It's a killer. 4 months. Where are we now? We're in October, November, December, January, February. By the time he gets fit, March. It's like almost the whole season, guys. It's like we've lost N'Golo for almost the whole season. This is terrible news, guys. This is really bad. We know that Kante's recurring injuries, especially the hamstring, was killing us. We knew that. But 4 months out. This is what I'm saying. Like, Reece James has avoided surgery. Yeah, he's avoided surgery. He could have been out for that period if he has surgery. You know, because they're talking about ligament. But they've avoided that, and they're going to risk it. But N'Golo had to have that operation. It's clear as day he had to have that operation. It's clear as day that we know he got Potter said, oh, he's back in the squad, he's fighting, and then he got injured straight away. So this is the general consensus for me, is I think Chelsea have drawn the line and said, you're going to have to do the surgery because it looks like you're not naturally healing. And every time you naturally heal, you might play a few games and then you get injured. He's not young like James, hence why James has avoided the surgery. And also, you know, we know he's built better than Kante in that respect. But 4 months out was the decision that they made. Now, what does this mean for N'Golo Kante? Does this mean now that the club have made that decision to say, look, you have that surgery, then you shouldn't have any problems going down the line? If that's the case, then I don't think he's got an option. There's no option. He had to have the surgery for his own career, whether it's at Chelsea or not. But this is not good news, guys. We're not going to have N'Golo Kante in Champions League, for example. We're not going to have N'Golo Kante for all the big games. So this is a massive blow. This is a disaster. 4 months, disaster. Does he get his new contract? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know what is the board's faults. Potter can't even work with a player. You got to basically write N'Golo Kante off for pretty much the season. 4 months. I worked out February. It's February, March. He'll come back and he'll start training. Maybe and get that match fitness. But that's March, geezer. That's March. April, May. 3 months, 2.5 months. He might get playing at Chelsea. It might be a critical moment now. N'Golo comes back to Chelsea to help us kick on for our title charge. Let's have it right. We're going to land the minerals. Yeah, we have to be optimistic and positive. We're on an absolute winning streak right now. Potter's drawn one, and he's won 4, isn't he? He's won Wolves. He's landing it, bruv. San Siro twice. Crystal Palace we won. But this is a bad, a horrible situation for N'Golo. Listen, you have to understand, as a football player, injury is like the worst nightmare. There's nothing worse than a footballer not being able to play football, not being able to train, not being able to have his normal routine. And psychologically, that can really affect you. You heard about Reece James speaking to Carl Walker, because I think Carl Walker's had surgery, yeah? And he's trying to sort of say to him, stay mentally strong in that, because Reece knows what's coming. And Reece has been out for a lot of Chelsea games as well. So we have to be very careful with Reece. We need to get a backup to Reece so that we can relieve him of games, because he's so world class in that position for us that we can't afford to keep having him injured every season. It's just not realistic. But that's because we don't have adequate backup. So if we can get the adequate backup, then we can sort of manage Reece James's minutes. N'Golo Kante, for me, that is horrible news. And I just think if you want to win titles and you want to win a Champions League, you've got to have N'Golo in your team. He's just that good. He's world class. He's like 2-3 players on the pitch. There's no one that chases the ball like N'Golo Kante and wins it back for you in world football. And we've lost that player. That is such a big blow, guys. Big blow. So I think we need to look at, in January, we need to look at some recruitment in that department, because now we're cut down to our first team has just been Jorginho and Kovacic. We're having to rely heavily upon Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher now. It's cut us thin, guys. But that's breaking news, guys. Breaking news literally just came out, whatever it was, 5-10 minutes ago. That is the breaking news. So let's wish N'Golo good surgery and a great recovery, and we need him back as soon as possible. And you never know, he might recover quick. He's going to have the surgery straight away by looks of things. So it's just sad, bruv. Like, he's a world-class player, but let's have it right. Sorry, man. Sorry, played him on the right wing, for fuck's sake. Yeah? Burnt him out. You got Deschamps playing him when he was injured on international from Chelsea. He wasn't 100%. He was still playing him relentlessly. Tuchel played him any opportunity he got, he played N'Golo Kante. And I know you have to, but at the same time, you've got to manage these players because Lamp's played him a lot. But he's been absolutely burnt out. And this is the repercussions now. This is the end result of N'Golo Kante having to resort to surgery. And I think the surgery is inevitable now. It makes sense because every time he was coming back, he was injured again. Every time. So yeah, it's not good, guys. It's not good. Oh yeah, we've got Zachariah, but there's all this talk from the brown envelopes. Zachariah's gonna leave in January. He's not getting a sniff. I don't know what's that all about. What's it all about, guys? What's it all about? Big up Bill Boy in here. Remargo says he won't be the same. Well, we don't know that, but listen, age ain't on his side, so potentially you could be right, but you can never write a player off. Depends how well the surgery goes, and how well when he comes back, how quickly he can get himself to tip-top form and fitness. Yeah, Gabriel, massive blow for N'Golo. He absolutely is, mate. Big up Chelsea OG, my member as well. Feel bad for N'Golo. It's just sad, bruv. It's sad, mate. Not good news tonight. Not good news tonight. Big up Mitch in here. Thanks for your meals donation. Ho, Johnny boy. Yo, Johnny boy. Let's have it right. Big up to you, geezer. Lovely to see you in here. Big up to all you guys that were in here last night with the Carefree Minerals that was landed on Lewis last night. You can take what you want from it, but you're all there. You can all see everything, yeah. But big up to Lewis for coming on. He had minerals to come on here. Let's have it right. We've got to respect that. We have to respect that on Minerals FC. That a lot of these other geezers, they ain't got no fucking bollocks or minerals to come on. Yeah, they stay well clear. So we have to respect Lewis for that. And Top Boy, and I'll see him tomorrow by the looks of it. Let me just run through, guys. Yeah, you're not wrong. Mace's future captain. He's bionic. He's bionic, man. As Mitchie said, he's bionic, man, bruv. He's the minerals general. He's a quick recoverer. He heals quickly, bruv. What's that? It's like Terminator, bruv. Terminator 2. When Arnie shoots the copper, yeah, the Terminator. That's impersonating a police officer, yeah. And it just goes like liquid and then it just reforms. That's Minerals Mount, bruv. You can't stop the geezer. He's just like I say, he's like Terminator, bruv. Yeah. Minerals on the pitch. Minerals off the pitch. Let's have it right. Big up Ryan in here. Minerals, see you speaking facts. Mount is the glue. Absolutely right, bruv. He's the glue. Listen, that brings me on to my next point, guys. Right. The gaffer landed some serious minerals today, didn't he? Did he or didn't he? He landed some serious minerals today. And what did he say about Mason Mount? This is what he said. All right. He said it's a joy. He's a fantastic person. When asked about what it's like to work with Mount, he loves to play football and he loves the club. All right. It's surprising that I get questions on mixed opinion about Mason. I find that strange, especially from the outside. And then when you work with him, you see he's got everything you need to be a top player. Great attitude. He understands spaces. He can execute assists and score goals. Let's have it right. Gaffer's landing the minerals, yeah? The gaffer's landing the minerals. He's saying he's watched Minerals FC, guys. The gaffer must be watching Minerals FC. Yeah, let's have it right. It's like he's heard. It's like me talking. The gaffer's talking. Johnny's landing it. That's what's happening, and I'm all for it. But this is the second time he's come out about Mason Mount. I think he's so overwhelmed by Johan Mount that he's so fortunate to have this player at his disposal, and he knows. And this kid's on fire, guys. You know, don't put it past him cracking another couple of goals or an assist tomorrow. You play through Minerals Mount when he's like this. He is dangerous. He's hungry, and he lands the minerals everywhere he goes. Let's have it right. But this is the thing. People may be saying, "Oh, rest him, bench him for tomorrow's game." Nah, mate. You don't disrespect Brentford like that. Now we should go and beat Brentford, but you play Mason Mount in this. When your player just come off back at scoring 2 goals, you have to play him. Simple as that. You don't just drop him and take that momentum away from him. But I like the fact that Potter understands what Mason Mount gives, and he mentioned this, which was key. He understands spaces. And what did I say to you lot? It's the game intelligence to get into the pockets of space, not only for your benefit to receive the ball, but also when you know you're not going to get the ball, it's how you move the opposition players out of their positions to help your teammates. And that's called sacrifice. And that's what Mason Mount does effortlessly. That's why it's so important. These are the things that the haters don't value, they don't see, they don't understand, because they only look at end product, G&A. That's all they look at, G&A. And then they say, oh, we don't care about stats. It's how you play. Well, go and watch him how he plays, and then you'll understand what the gaffer's saying there, what I say, what I see. And this is the point. And you add in his end product, which he gave us last season with 29 GA, undroppable, irreplaceable. And like I say, 173 games, he's got 31. No, he's got more. I worked it out, actually. I wrote it on my Twitter. Let me get it up for you. Yeah. No, I didn't. I've done it. I've got it here. I've got it here. I'm sure I've got it here. Let me go to my profile. There it is. So we got 173 appearances. You've got Frank Lampard, 31 goals, 18 assists. Mason Mount, 32 goals, 36 assists. He's 2 years younger. Mason Mount took 2 penalties. Frank Lampard took 3 penalties out of those goals. And you're probably looking at a 3 to 3.5, 3-year period, I would imagine. Three season period. Because I worked out Lampard stats and compared them to Mason Mount. And that, geezers, is phenomenal. Because we know what Frank Lampard went on from this point onwards. Because his trajectory went up and up and up. I think his next season he hit 18 goals and 12 assists or something. I'll get it up. Maybe I'll bring it up on the next show because I ain't got time to dig that out. But the point is, Mason Mount is already on 5 GA in 3 games. 3 games, he's got 5 GA. So that is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how people can't look at that and just think, wow, that's what you call the minerals. Yeah. Because he's playing in a team that isn't really ready for the title. We've had a lot of issues. You look at all the situations we've gone through for the season. You've got to look at how he broke through into the team. He didn't come on a big money signing. Lampard came in at 10 million back in the day. It's quite a lot of money back then from West Ham. He hasn't done that. He's come through. Frank Lampard, ironically, the GOAT himself, loves Mason Mount, knows how good he is, and brought him through to Derby, to Chelsea. And Mason Mount's repaid Lampard with that faith. He's Tuchel played him every game, and now Potter's started him every game, and he's playing him in an 8-10 role. It's going to be scary what the numbers are going to be. It's going to be scary, guys. So we all know here about Minerals Mount. Yeah. But the gaffer spoke on it today. And for me, it's fantastic to hear that from the gaffer. Twice now he's speaking about Mason Mount, but he's also having a dig at the fan base, saying, "What's all this divided opinion? Why are you hating on your player? Why are you doubting your player after what he's doing?" And Potter's probably find that astounding because the kid's on fire now. But what about under Tuchel in the first part of the season where everyone come at him like a ton of bricks, relentless, hating and cussing and cursing, and dismiss all the history? Oh, that was last year. Oh, that was the year before. You can't live off that. It's ridiculous. So we can't live off our history. Is that what we're saying? We can't put history into context of that player, of what they achieved. Come on, let's be real about it. It's nonsense, mate. It's absolute nonsense. Any injury to any player is sad, but we can also see the new younger players like Chuck Winneralls, maybe Kasady will be just fine. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I think that it also gives these players an opportunity to show what they got, and listen, high energy. Potter will manage them however he wants to manage them to get the best out of them for the team, and they can develop at the same time. But it's a high level for those two players to come to Chelsea. So let's see. But I've watched them both. They've both got talent. There's no question about that. They're both very young. But why not? If you're good enough, doesn't matter what age you are, you play. It's as simple as that. And another thing, these comparisons with Gallagher and Mount. Gallagher's nothing like Mason Mount. Absolutely nothing like him. He hasn't got the technical ability like Mason Mount. He doesn't have the game intelligence like Mason Mount. His deliverance isn't there like Mason Mount. That will come with Connor, but he's not. I'll give you an example. When we played at the San Siro, you saw Mason Mount in the first half and Gallagher came on the second half, and you could see the difference where Gallagher was occupying the spaces Mount was, but it wasn't there. The execution wasn't there. But he does get into good positions. He has got a shot on him. He's got development to do. But I'd say Mason Mount, he's only just a bit older, less than a year. His development is very, very advanced. So that's why I don't like the comparisons, because they're different players for me. But they can offer the pressing, they can offer in similarities that respect, the intensity, they can get a goal. But I think Mason Mount technically is absolutely clear, mate. Absolutely clear. That's why they're different. They're just different players. And the fact that they can play together tells you that. Because if they were exactly the same, it would be one or the other. But the gaffer knows that. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. Yeah, of course he does, mate. Of course he does, bruv. Let's have it right. He did, Hussein. He did. Pottles mudded the Mount haters. And this is lovely to see. It's like, I don't even have to do anything. The gaffer's doing it. It's just elite. Yeah, you can't, you cannot not applaud that. I'm going to applaud it now. I mean, the gaffer's just been in the job 5 minutes, and he's straight away mudding all the Minerals Mount haters. Straight away. They're all like, oh, he's going to get rid of him. He's going to sell him. He's not going to play him. Oh, it's all over for Minerals Mount. Clueless. Let's have it right, guys. Big up to all you guys in here. There's almost 100 people. I want you to smash that like button. Get me to 100 likes and smash that like button. Do it for me right now, guys. Do it for me right now. This is like, I'm on a roll, guys. It's every day we got content, guys. There's always something to talk about, but this is quality, mate. I love doing it. Honestly, I really do. So smash the like button, guys. Do that for me. If you're new in here, subscribe. Hit your notification buttons as well, and keep your comments coming in, guys. Keep your comments coming in. Love it. Says boom. There it is. May says generational ball IQ, unlike the ignorant haters. Potter knows what he's talking about. He does. And Potter's quality, mate. Nutty Blues in here. Big up Minerals FC. Great stream yesterday. You landed it. Big up to you guys. Big up to you. Obviously the man of the match goes to Johnny Minerals, bruv. Let's have it right. Goes without saying, doesn't it? Big up to you, geezer. Big up to you. Let me just run through. Well, this is what I'm saying. Why don't people pay attention? They don't pay attention, geezer. You've got to pay attention to these things. But it's not just the GA, it's everything about him. Everything. Leadership, ball IQ. He's so quick. Guys, I stress to you, go and watch him at 17 years old at Vitesse. And you'll see the developed Mason Mount now. You'll see what he's like at 17. All right. And he was having grown men couldn't deal with him at 17. And he's not as bulked up as he is now. But you have to look at the technical ability, the game intelligence. It's generational stuff, mate. I'm not even joking, mate. This player, the way I talk about this player is because I know how generational he is. He's just different to all our other players. There's no one like him. There's no one like him in the Premier League or in world football. And I think he literally walks into all the top 3 teams in world football. Walks in. And people find it hard to take. And they can't drink the minerals in. But I'm going to drink the minerals in because they're all facts. And big up to all you guys in here because you're all part of Minerals FC and you know the deal, bro. You know the deal. Blue Line, my member as well. Big up to you, Geezer. Big up to you, my member as well. Grandpa Team Talk, do your homework, watch Minerals FC. Let's have it right. We land the minerals everywhere we go, Geezer. We land the minerals everywhere we go. Yeah, it is. 5 GA in 3 games is ridiculous. And to single-handedly score 2 goals in the last game against Villa and win it is just mental. So that's Villa, Wolves, Crystal Palace, San Siro, AC Milan at home. That's 5 wins in a row. Chelsea have made under Potter and 1 draw against Salzburg. That's big. That's big. It's big. It's called momentum. Big up Kyler in here. You know the deal, geezer. Big up to Luca. Big up to Luca. Become a new Minerals FC member. Guys in the chat, welcome Luca. I'm going to try and pronounce it Ninchetta. Yeah, let's have it right. Luca Ninchetta. He's landed the minerals. He's a new Minerals FC member. Big up to you. Thank you very much. And for joining the membership and supporting the channel. Big up to all my other members in here as well. I appreciate you all. And let's have it right. Without you guys here, this doesn't happen. So you are appreciated, guys. You are. But big up to Luca. Please welcome him in the chat, guys. Proper minerals welcome. Yeah, let's have it right. Yes, shooters, Big Johnny. Francis Johnny has the minerals. Big up to you. You've all got the minerals, geezer. You've all got the minerals. Fuck's sake, Johnny. I signed up on the wrong account. Is that you, Luca? Listen, it doesn't matter, bruv. Doesn't matter. You can switch it over. Use this account now, geezer. Or whatever. Cancel it and redo it. It doesn't matter, geezer. But welcome, Luca, bruv. Welcome. Thank you for joining the membership. Big up to you, geez. You're not new, is it? That's what I've just realised. But big up, Luca. Big up, geezer. He's not new, guys. Can you believe it? Right. Let's have it right. But I tell you what you are. You're new to the membership, geezer. That's what you are. You're new to the membership. Topbin says, no offense, but comparing Mace to Gallagher is like comparing your ball knowledge IQ to Rory Jennings. Not wrong, geezer. Not wrong. You're not wrong. Big up Deals in here. Big up Johnny Geese. Mount getting Slippy G sacked. Mount doesn't need rest for tomorrow's game. He can play tomorrow's game and United game. Let's have it right. And this is a fantastic comment because, yes, he did. I mean, has it been confirmed on Sky Sports that Slippy G's been sacked? It's inevitable. But as far as I'm seeing on Twitter, Slippy G sacked and it was Minerals Mount's free kick that put the nail in the coffin and made him slip on his fucking arse again. Let's have it right. And we're all for that. But it had to be our boy Minerals Mount and it had to be Chelsea FC. Let's have it right. Biggest club in London, mate. World champions. world champions. Chelsea old boys, big up to you. Lewis said you guys should do it once a week on each other's platforms. Good idea. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will. It was actually a decent stream, to be honest. You know, it was, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I think you all enjoyed it, but obviously Lewis brings all of his baggage with him in the comments. But it is what it is, you know. We know what we're about on Minerals FC. Do you know what I mean? We know what we're about. We know what we represent. We're not about player agenda and slating and hammering our players and this and that. It's about supporting your club, which leads me on to this point. Actually, I wasn't going to do this so early, but I'm going to do it now. Fuck it, why not? So we go bookmarks. Here we go. So, a lot of respect to Chelsea Fancast as well, guys. If you haven't listened to Chelsea Fancast, I mean, it's been going on for yonks, mate. Yeah, yonks. Go and listen to their podcast. Some quality content. And obviously, big up Tom's dinosaur opinion, yeah. Because I put out a tweet today, and I'm going to read it out. But I put Chelsea fans who hate on their players aren't real fans. They're just plastic agenda merchants seeking attention, right? And I put if the player rats on the club, then that's a different energy, right? But this is the thing. This was brought up, and it says probably best then to start with an Oxford English dictionary definition or two. So a fan, noun, a person who has a strong interest in or admiration for a particular sport, art form, or famous person, football fans. Supporter, on the other hand, noun, a person who is actively interested in and wishes success for a particular sports team, a Chelsea supporter. Now, there is a difference, guys. There is a difference between being a fan and a supporter. Now, I don't mean being a supporter only means you go to the ground and that means you're a supporter. No. Of course, that is a supporter because that's immense support, whether we like it or not. The fans that go to the games and travel home and away, Europe, that you can't underestimate the dedication, the sacrifice to make that happen. To allow your lifestyle be dictated by that is a huge commitment. And that, for me, is the tier one. Because there are fans out there that go to more games than me and have done over the past. Chelsea Old Boys is one of them. Tony Rolfe, Lewis has been to a lot of games at home and away. This is the thing, right? That's a I would say a hardcore Minerals support, yeah. Hardcore Mineral support. But just because you're on the other side of the world, you can still support, right? You're not just a fan. Because for me, fans are not, the way that they act is not how you should support. Because it defeats the whole object of supporting your team, your players, your club. You have to support them through thick and thin. Because no one else outside the club's going to do that. No Arsenal fan, United fan's going to support your club like you support your club. But being a fan, there's too many wishy-washy fans out there, bro. So I like to look at it as supporter. Be a proper Chelsea supporter. Doesn't matter whether you go to games or not, you can still support your club, whoever you talk to, the way you represent yourself for your football club is very important, guys. And that's the message that's always been on Minerals FC. That is the message, that we stay positive, we back our players, we back our team. We can criticise, but we don't mask the criticism with agenda. There's no hidden agendas. That's the difference. And it's okay to be wrong. A lot of these people don't want to be wrong. They hate to be muddied. They hate to go on the mudslide. They hate to be muddied by Minerals FC. They hate to be muddied by the players. They hate to be proved wrong. Sometimes that's called pride, and they don't want to dent their pride. But if you're a true supporter, that doesn't matter, bruv. It just doesn't matter. Chelsea Football Club it's a way of life. It's a family. Yeah, it's a community. It's something that we love. So why are you going to hate on anything that's within that community and in that family? It's like you're hating your mum and dad or something, or your sister continuously. You got to have that love and respect for that family. You have to respect how you want to be treated. You treat others. And this is where the fan base is all over the shot. It's all over the gaff. Then you got brown envelopes in the mix. You got all the media platforms that add their 10 pence, and it goes like that. But we have to stay consistent. That's what we have to do. But anyway, that's all I want to say on that. But this is the way I see it. You know, like I say, I'm still supporting Pulisic. I'm still going to support Ziyech reluctantly with Ziyech because I just, he's here, but he's not playing, so that says it all. But Pulisic, I actually saw Pulisic celebrate on the sideline. He come on because he was just running up, warming up, and he come and celebrate with the players. And I love to see that. It's lovely to see. I want to see that, and that makes me feel good, So hopefully, when he comes on, if he plays tomorrow, he's going to perform and he's going to do everything he can for the club. And that's what we asked for. We asked them to do whatever they can on the pitch. Yeah. So we have to stick by them, but guys, that's the message from me anyway. Yeah. Let's have it right. Like and subscribe, guys. Hit that like. Got 100 people in here. I want 100 people to like right now. And guys in the comments, let me know what likes I'm on so I can monitor it. Big up to you all. And about 15k a year to love my Chelsea overland. See what I'm saying? This is, it's a big sacrifice, mate. Not everyone's got that dough. Not all supporters have got that dough to do that. But we got someone like Chelsea old boys here, guys. We have to, everyone in the chat, you got to understand and respect the level of commitment now, and the love. You know what I mean? So when people talk shit about our club and talk shit about Chelsea, we can't stand it. We cannot stand it because people working class people. There's some wealthy people. There's not so wealthy people, but they do what they can to go and support the club and follow them home and away. And that no one can take that from you. No one. And the players absolutely appreciate it. We know that. And if they don't come and applaud us, it's something that upsets us because we work very hard to be at those games, and sometimes we miss big events in our life. Do you know what I mean? To be at that game. So yeah, big up Chelsea old boys. Proper fucking Chelsea, bruv. Proper fucking Chelsea. 62 likes. Piss poor, guys. Get me to the 100 likes, guys. Smash it right now. And I'll wait. Big up to you, geezer. Up the Chelsea. Always up the Chelsea. He's always up the Chelsea. Our design says, do we still have a chance for winning the league? We may be in the dark. I think we can. Why not? Liverpool just beat Man City. Why can't we? Why can't we beat City? Why can't we beat Arsenal? Why can't we beat Tottenham, Liverpool? Of course we can. Well, we've got quality. It's all down to squad depth. It's down to injuries being kind to you. So right now, they're not being too kind to us, are they? Losing Fofana, Kante for 4 months, Reece James for 6 to 8 weeks. But we'll find a way. If Potter, like I said to you, if Potter can go and win all the games that we've got till the World Cup break, I'm telling you now, we are right up there. We are right up there. There's no reason why we can't beat Brentford, United, Arsenal, Brighton. Why not? Why can't we? We've got Champions League games. We qualify for there. We can rest some players for the Premier League. It's all about squad rotation, managing of players, their fitness. It's all possible. It's all possible. I wonder what the odds are on Chelsea winning the league. I wonder what they are. Big up Mar Boston here. Blue Line Orbital, thanks for the Fancast tip. Big up Minerals FC. Yeah, Chelsea Fancast, guys. Stanford Chidge. I've met him. He's at the end of the video on my intro. Proper Chelsea. Talks fantastic about Chelsea. Great analysis, and it's very nice to listen to at night time if you just want to chill or you want to go to bed, you want to have a nice, easy listen. Go and listen to it. It's quality, mate. It's absolute quality. And I like to prop up content like that because it's quality content. It really is, and I listen to it a lot when I get the opportunity. So big up Chidge as well. Big up Chidge. Yeah, we've got to be on the likes, bruv. Where's the 100 likes? Am I on 100 likes yet? Let's not rouse Johnny up, bruv. Let's get to the 100 likes. Big up Top Bins. Great take on things, Johnny, and well articulated. Wash hands. Yeah, that's all I've got to say on the whole fan supporter thing at the minute. Maybe we do a stream on it. Might be quite good. But I'm saying that because I know that I've got fans, you guys that support me. You're not a fan of me. You support me, right? You're all over the world. And yeah, a lot of you are worldwide. And that's the beauty of this channel, is that it connects Chelsea supporters around the world. But just because you're on the other side of the planet doesn't mean, and you don't go to games, doesn't mean you're not a true supporter of Chelsea. You get me? You know? It's just there's like levels. There's different levels. And you know, that's just the way it is. But just to be a fan, I'm a fan, and it's like, yeah, if I can make, you know, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, it's all right. We're passionate. We love our club, so this is what it's all about, guys. Let's have it right. Joel says, history at Arsenal speaks for itself. They seem to drop lots of form. February, let's have it right so we can win the league. Yeah, and listen, let's talk about Arsenal in the sense that, you know, they've played 10 games. They've played Liverpool and Spurs. They haven't played us. They haven't played Man City. I don't think they played West Ham. There's some tough games. Everton, all these tough games. And they might get injuries, yeah? But let's remind them, yeah, how they are, how they fall apart, these lot, yeah? Because they do fall apart, all right? Mason Mount and Reece James when Arsenal last played the Champions League. Look how young Mason Mount and Reece James are there. It's like, and they bottled it last year, so they are bottle jobs. They're just like Spurs. They bottle it. And I have no doubt. I think they'll struggle to get top 4. I think they will fall off. And people are like, what? How can you say that? Look at the form they're in. Look at this. Yeah. Form can go like that. Just from a few injuries, you can go like that. Was it December? Top of the league, we were flying. We weren't even playing that well. You know, we started momentum. We were top of the league. And then what happened? Injuries. And our squad's better. And we had a more elite manager. So put it into context, guys. Put it into context. That's the way I look at things. You've got to be logical. You've got to be logical with it. Big up Glenn in here. The Grey Man, big up to you. Yeah, exactly. Because they haven't got the backup. They haven't got quality backup. They haven't got the squad, guys. It takes time to build a squad like City's building, like we had in the past when we won our Premier League titles. You need a real squad. Look at Fergie. Back in the day, he had 4 strikers, mate. 4 strikers rotating. We've barely got, 2? You look at Manchester City, they've only got Haaland. They've got 1 striker. Look at Liverpool, 1 striker. because I think they got rid of Origi. Arsenal, Jesus. Who else they got? No Lacazette, no Aubameyang. So you have to look at that. If Jesus gets injured, who's their backup, guys? Who is it? When we get an injury, say to Aubameyang, we've got Broha, and backup to Broha as a striker option is Kai Havertz. So potentially you've got 3 options there. That's squad depth. If Haaland gets injured, Man City can get away with it, but they haven't got another striker near that level. So it's going to affect you guys. You have to rely on the quality elsewhere to pull you the goals and get you the goals and win you the games. That's what it's all about. Let's quickly run down. Sorry, guys. I will keep going in the chat. Don't worry. Oh, this is a great question, and I don't know the answer. That is a great. Who smashed Ken Bates' windscreen Rolls Royce on the dog track from a shot in a match? Land it. Tell us, Chelsea old boys. I don't think anyone's going to know that in the chat. No one's going to know that. That's before my I wasn't even born, bruv. Go on, land it, geezer. What a great question, though. Love that. What are you talking about in the comments? You missed. What did you miss, Mitchy boy? I missed it, buddy, and I watched it twice. What did you watch? Nketiah. Where did he go? Nketiah is their backup. That tells you everything you need to know, bro. Crying out loud. That's shocking. All right. So we'll move on now. Big up to all you guys in here. Am I on 100 likes yet? I must be on 100 likes, surely. Crying out loud. Get me to the 100 likes. So we're going to move on now to Jorginho. Now, it's been reported that Jorginho is, well, he's basically, I don't know if it's rejected, but we'll read the report. So Jorginho has been unable to find an agreement over a new contract in early negotiations with Chelsea. The club presented initial terms that would keep his wage similar to his current 120 grand a week. However, he wants 150 grand a week. So this is the thing, right? Georgie wants 150 grand a week. All right. Which in the grand scheme of things it's not like massive money. It's a fair wage at the age he's at. Because what is he, 30? At 30, right? He must be 30 now. But it's not a bad wage. And this is my thing. Jorginho's contract runs out at the end of the season. That means he can go on a free. If he goes on a free, he can get a signing on fee bonus to himself directly, and he pays his agent and he moves to another club, and he probably gets a bumper deal on a contract, because let's have it right, it's going to be his last contract. All right. Now, this is why I didn't want to have this situation during the season where you're doing contract negotiations, because we saw with Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen how that pans out, and it's very frustrating. Yeah, and we've got to rely on Georgie this year now a lot more again, because N'Golo Kante's out for 4 months. So he's in a bit of a strong position in that sense, but at the same time, does Potter want to keep him? I think Potter's going to assess him this year. We know he loves Chelsea. We know that. We know he divides the fan base. He's got a lot of haters, but he's got a lot of supporters. But I just think that it's hard to say with Georgie, right? He's at an age where he's not getting any younger. And we know that his main deficiency is his pace off the ball, his recovery, the legs. They're not going to get any better. In fact, they're going to get worse. He's going to get slower. All right. There's no disputing on the ball when he's on it. He's at that world-class level where he can dictate games. And if he plays the ball quick enough, which he's doing under Potter, we play well. And his recoveries are pretty good. I've got some stats I'll bring up now. Just to give everyone an idea about Georgie. But it's sort of like a comparison to Rodri, who obviously everyone thinks Rodri is the best sitting, DM, if you like, even though Jorginho's not like that. DM. He's not a Declan Rice or Rodri, but Rodri's like the closest you would compare, right? 134 appearances, over 10,000 minutes, whereas Rodri's played just under 9,000 minutes. He's got 278 tackles, Rodri 210, which is pretty impressive. Interceptions 212, Rodri 99. Ball recoveries 947, Rodri 883. Through ball 64, Rodri 8. But we know that's not Rodri's role. He just gives the ball to the players that do that. But the fact that Jorginho's got those amount of through balls is pretty impressive. Big chance created 21, 7 Rodri. So he's shown that he's a better playmaker in all aspects. Those stats, I think, are from going by that kit. It was last season, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was last season's kit. Was that last season's kit? Because I'm not a kit guy. I don't know if that was last season's kit. But the point is, he's got his attributes, but he's also got his flaws. And when Jorginho doesn't play well, the team suffers. It's almost like you've got to build around Jorginho. You have to play that back three, or if you play the back four, you need to have the backup and protection to Jorginho with at least another 2 midfielders. All right. If you're playing the back four. If you play the wing back system, you've got the wing backs, how Potter's using them to sort of be either side of Jorginho. If they need to cut in and protect, they can. Under Tuchel, the wing backs will really push forward. So when we do lose the ball and we're playing it outside the box in a low block, Jorginho gets caught out a lot. And you have to rely on a Kante, a Kovacic, a Mason Mount to try and recover. These are the flaws. But where do you find a better player than Jorginho in world football for 150 grand a week with no transfer fee because he's our player? You don't really. I don't think you do. But for me, I think Georgie, for him and his condition as an athlete, it makes sense for him to go to, say, Italy and play in a slower league. And he'll just keep playing and playing. Premier League's extremely demanding. So I don't know. Either way, I'm happy if we keep him. I'm happy if we sell Georgie. That's my stance. I'm backing him up this season. He divides the fan base. And it's always like the Jorginho fans hate on Mount or they hate on Havertz and all. It's vice versa. But there's history of Jorginho because he's come from Sarri. And the way Sarri played, always played him, it was all sideways, it was lethargic. Then obviously Frank's come in, played him and then dropped him towards the end of the season and it becomes sour. And then Tuchel comes in and realises this is the best way to get Jorginho, the best out of Jorginho, because he's got qualities, but it does limit you. This is the thing. It does limit you. And if you watch Potter, the way he's managed Jorginho is very, very clever. It's very, very good. He brought him on against Aston Villa. He didn't start him. He started Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek. And he's got that leadership in him. He's an unbelievable penalty taker. His record tells you that. The penalty he took at San Siro with all the lasers and that. Minerals, bruv. Yeah, minerals, high pressure. So that's it really on Georgie. I think there's another thing as well. This is this season, right? Selected central midfielders. Bruno Guimaraes, Declan Rice number 2, Rodri number 3, Partey number 4, Jorginho number 5, Holberg. So Georgie's not far off, guys. In fact, he's got more through balls than anyone else except Guimaraes. Guimaraes is at the top at the minute, but he's also played 20 games. All right. Jorginho, out of all of them, has played the least amount of games. He's played 12 games to all the players above him. Pass 1, 8.3, which is very high. 2.6 for tackles. You know, so he's not far off Declan Rice, is he? But this is my point. Chelsea need to make a decision now when it comes to N'Golo Kante and Jorginho with Potter. Do we give them the new contracts and hold off again Declan Rice and Bellingham? Or do we say, no, it's time we move them on? Thank you very much for being a great servant at Chelsea and winning titles. But we need to think about the future, and we need reliability. We need youth and longevity. And Declan Rice and Bellingham fit that. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you do? Do you keep Kante and Jorginho, or would you rather sell those two players and get in a Rice and Bellingham, for example? That's the question I'd do. I need to learn how to do polls, and I'll do that next time. I need to do polls. Big up, Mitchie. Last night should have been pay-per-view. It was quality, wasn't it? It was good. It was a great debate. A lot of mudding going on, though. There was a lot of mudding by Minerals FC there. You can all see that. But big up Lewis, you know, he's a top boy. He's a good kid, mate. Just thought you missed a Super Minerals, but one of the guys remembers it. Love that. Love that geezer. Big up Nick in here as well. Big up Nick. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. Up the Chelsea. Chelsea old boys, smash the likes, peeps. Come on, up the Chelsea. Guys, I should be on 100 likes, bruv. Already. Don't let me down. Come on, land it, bruv. Land it. So, guys, this is my thing with Jorginho. That's my mindset. Yeah, but we have to rely on him this season. I think Champions League's going to be big for Georgie. I think Potter's going to rotate in Premier League. And we have to see and let him earn like they all said. Mason Mount needs to hold his contract. Don't give him the contract. Wait till he's in form. Well, maybe we should do that with Jorginho and all these other players. Bollocks. End of the day, if we want to keep them and they want to be at our football club, the deal's there to be had. And we as fans and supporters, we will accept that. Yeah. But we have to think about the future and we have to trust what the gaffer wants. Potter, what does he want? Does he want Kante? Does he want Jorginho? Because let's have it right. He's inherited these players. All right. Apart from new signings, I think a lot of them were Potter's signings. Let's have it right. I don't trust the brown envelopes. Yeah. So he's still in a massive rebuild. If you're back in Potter, your rebuild starts now. Because you have to build with the players, by the players, and build a squad that Potter wants to play his brand and blueprint of football. You don't just hire Potter and in 2 years sack him, and then you have to start that whole process again. That was what Ashworth said, who's the Brighton technical director. He says, if you keep changing the managers, you have to keep changing the structure, the philosophy, They want their players. They want different. They might not like the players that are already at the club. This is what Potter's working out now. This is what Tuchel dealt with, being such an elite problem solver. But he knew the deficiencies. He knew the players didn't want, didn't match up with the board. He said, I didn't want these players. They kept these players and they fell out, went sour. They didn't agree on certain signings and players that were recommended. Hence Ronaldo as an example, Kante and all these lot. He didn't get the players that he wanted and they fell out. Now Potter's come in. They have to back him, fully back him now. You've given him a 5-year deal, so let him build his team. And right now he's at the inheritance stage where he's got some new signings that he can make his own. And I think some of them are, like I say, but he's got to learn the players, get the best out of the players. And if they get on form and he likes what they got, he'll keep them. It's as simple as that. That's the way I look at it, guys. That's the way I look at it. Johnny, what do we do if Lukaku doesn't join Inter? Send him to the work on the stadium expansion. That's the fraud love cement. Yeah, send him on the rebuild of our built stadium. Yeah, get him on the building site. Elite. We need that cement. We need cement. We need shitloads of cement. He would be ideal there, bruv. No problem. And let's have it right. He'd be a statue. Yeah. He'd be a statue on the building site. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. 105 likes. All right, guys. Now we're on the road to 200 likes. Big up to every single one of you in here. Big up to every single one. Kante is done, and I think Georgie should stay and come off the bench when Jude and Rice are in the middle. Yeah, maybe Geezer. Yeah. Maybe it's time. Yeah. It's bad though. It's sad, isn't it? Kante's unbelievable. I think Kante's one of those, like I say, I think he's irreplaceable. You go and find me another N'Golo Kante like him in world football. You can't find one. There ain't one about. We've have to mould a Rice or a Bellingham, you know, who still don't think they're like that. But I think Rice could be a great sitter. He could sit, break up the play, quick distribution, strong build, very physically fit athlete. He wants to play at Chelsea. He's come from Chelsea, we know. I think he's got all the minerals to succeed at Chelsea over a long period as well. And it's exactly what we need in the middle of the park. We ain't got that Rolls Royce like that. Fit, young, you know. We got all these players at the end of their careers, you know, 30s and that. Apart from Covers, 29? So yeah, I agree. I do agree. Let's see what they do. Sign both. Hold on to Kante. No more than sorry. Hold on to Kante. No more than 3-year deal, and sign Rice long term. Brighton recruitment is crazy. Yeah, their structure's what Potter's built, and they continued that structure. They continued that model, and that's what's exciting because I think that's the route we're going to go with a mix of, say, Manchester City. And let's have it right. Who's the guy we recently recruited? The recruitment director. He was from Manchester City. He knows all about Manchester City. So we'll get all their inside secrets and tricks and loopholes, if you like. That will all be brought all that inside knowledge will be brought to Chelsea, which is fantastic, you know. And we can mud City like that. Internally will be solid, mate. Well, he wants Trossard from Brighton, Potter. From what we've been told, they're the reports, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I like McAllister actually. Yeah, I think I do rate McAllister from Brighton. I think he's a quality little player. He's a quality little player. Yeah, Trossard. Yeah, Trossard. We can get him. Why not? He'd come. Why would he not? Do we think that we'll re-sign Billy Gilmore? I think we should. Could he not be a Jorginho replacement if Georgie left? Why not? He's a different player to Bellingham. He's a different player to Rice. Why can't we bring Billy Gilmore back? I'd love to see Billy come back. Billy Esther Gilmore, mate. I rate him so highly. I'd keep J5, but don't think we're gonna get much from Kante now. He's permanently injured. Yeah, well, it's the thing that he's gonna have surgery now, so he's 4 months out. 4 months. That's the breaking news tonight, guys. 4 months out for N'Golo Kante. So that's not good news, is it? Big up CFC Kel. Should have renewed Mount's contract when they did Reese's. Two future legends together. Well, this is the thing. Reese was on a 4-year deal on about 40 grand a week. Mason Mount's on about, I don't know, 70 grand a week with just under 2 years left on his contract. So the urgency was more with Reece James to do that first. Mason Mount's not really in a... It'll get done. There's no doubt. It'll get done. This is the thing, Chelsea old boys. Everyone knows how much I love Billy, and all the Chelsea fans love Billy. Yeah, I couldn't understand that deal. I couldn't understand it. 99 million, 9 million at a period where I think we already knew we were bringing Potter in. This is what I don't understand. And Potter specifically wanted Gilmore at Brighton. And for me, if Potter was staying at Brighton, he's going to ball out. All right. And I still think he will ball out. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. I would love to see him back. He needs to come back, guys. For me, he needs to come back. So let's talk about Brentford, guys. The Brentford game. I'm not sure what formation Potter's going to go with, which is making my lineup a bit tricky for me. I can't decide whether he's going to go with a back four setup or a three at the back wing back setup. And the reason I say that is because of no Reece James, Loftus-Cheek playing in the middle instead of a right wing back, and Asby's legs are not there for wing back. So, what do you guys think? What do you think? I'm sort of swaying towards back four, and maybe playing a back four where within the game you can go into a back three in attack. I don't know. Sorry, in defense you hit a back three, but in attack you're a back four with your full backs. I don't know. And we have to be very concerned about Tony. Ivan Toney's on form at the minute. We know that going Brentford's a tough game. It's one of those grounds. It's rocking. And it's a midweek game. We've got Man United on Saturday. The games are coming thick and fast. I'm going to try and predict the lineup. I don't really like lineup predictions, but I'm going to predict the lineup. So let's get the thing up. Where is it, man? While I'm doing that, like the video, guys. Like the video. I don't know what likes someone, but get me up there, people. All right. So, let's do this. Okay. ready to go. Oh yeah, before I do that, actually, yeah, someone's just triggered me in the thingy, in the comments. I've got to land these minerals here now. Right, so all this talk, I don't know who the brown envelopes are, but all this talk about us going in for Saka is absolute bangers and fucking mash. Yeah, waffle. Do you know why they're linking Chelsea to this? It suits the whole, London clubs trying to pip another player, Chelsea trying to pip another player for Arsenal. Let's have it right. Saka's in his contract negotiations with Arsenal. It suits the narrative. It suits Saka's camp to have it out in the brown envelopes, yeah, to link Chelsea to that player, so that Arsenal forced to pay him the big money contract. And let's have it right, when they sign that contract, Ozil, Aubameyang, Arteta, they all sign those contracts. We know what happens, so we need Saka to sign that thing quickly. Sign it. Go on, son. You go and sign it. It's as simple as that. It's absolute waffle. I don't buy any of it, guys. So don't pay attention to it. It's as simple as that. Right, so let's move on to the lineup. Right. Now for me, I'm going to pick the formation first. It's tough because, all right, let's go 3-5. Still like that. All right, so for me, I'm going to go. There's no debate. It's Kepa, yeah. Kepa in goal. Thiago Silva. These are the givens, yeah. I think you've got to play Trev. And on the left, I think you play Koulibaly. I'm just going to go with the players that I know are playing. It's Minnels, man. Now, this is where we got to make a decision. Does he play Sterling right wing back again? Do we play Chilwell or Cucurella? I think up front, I'm going with Uber. I think Cover plays. So let's do it together, guys. Let's do it together. Who are we going for left wing back, and who are we going for right wing back? Now, if you ask me, I'm probably going to go for. Excuse me. I'm probably going to go for Chilwell. I think I'm going to play Chilwell. We'll go for Chile. Now, the middle of the park, you've got the options of Jorginho, Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek. Wing back option, you got Asby, which I'm not sure about. Loftus-Cheek, Sterling. This is the problem. It's the problem. You might have to risk Asby playing that right wing back. You might have to risk Asby playing right wing back. But he tried Sterling against Villa right wing back, and I don't think it works. So I'm going to go Asby. I'm going to go Loftus-Cheek. And I think this is tough, man. Oh, do you play Kai? Do you play Sterling? Do you play Broja? Do you play Pulisic? Maybe Pulisic gets a run in this game. Well, you can see the lineup there so far. Let me know, guys. Let me know. What are we going for? Because for me, you could have like that. And Mount sort of like this. But for me, Mount's going to be there, can form midfield three. The thing is, does Aubameyang warrant a start? I think you rest Sterling. You rest Sterling. You need him fit for United, Sterling. Maybe goes Kai. Maybe goes Kai. I think goes Kai. So it's almost like you have Mount behind now, Aubameyang and Kai. In fact, it's almost like this. I think you have Mount on the right side. You have Havertz on this left side. And you've got your players that can move forward, almost like Kovacic sitting and Loftus-Cheek with his physicality in the midfield park, middle of the park there. What do you think, guys? Are you happy with that lineup? What do we think of this lineup? No, Ziyech will not play in the back three. No chance. No chance. And he's not played any minutes. He's played any minutes. Cover could be knackered. So what? Do you play Georgie? Do you play Gallagher? You're going to play Gallagher and Loftus-Cheek in the middle? Don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so if you rotate, the thing is though, guys, this is such a big game for me. This is a game that you can't afford to just muck around with. You can't muck around with this game. This can be a banana skin. This will be a banana skin. That means you've got Sterling, you've got Broha on the bench, you got Gallagher. I'm a bit, I don't know really what he's going to do. Yeah, there's no chance that Cry gets in here. You're dreaming, bruv. No chance. No chance. So if you don't play Kovacic, you're playing Jorginho, guys. You do know that. Yeah? You're playing Jorginho. Or does he play Gallagher where Asby is? Actually, that might make sense. All right, I'll explain. All right. So, if you change Gallagher, right, so Gallagher there, yeah. But this is what I think the setup will be then. I think within the game, he's a workhorse. We know Gallagher's a workhorse, right? But I think this is what happens. I think Chalobah goes right there, Silva there, Koulibaly there, Chile left back. Then you have this like this. Midfield 3, Mount there, and then you have a Aubameyang like that. Now I'm talking within the game. I'm talking within the game. That's the way I look at it. You can't. I don't think you can rest Silva in this game, guys. Depending on how the games goes, you manage it. But we haven't got the adequate replacement. What are you going to do? You can play Asby or Chalobah right centre back. Who's centre? Koulibaly, and then you can play Cucurella left centre back, which is an option. You could do that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I've got a feeling Gallagher plays tomorrow, and I don't know. I think he plays tomorrow. I even got a feeling about Broha, but I don't want to like take Aubameyang out when I know he can get goals, and I want him to have that momentum. I think Broha could get a goal against Brentford. A bit of physicality, a bit of strength. But then you have like Mount and Havertz can sort of do this. You see, they can go like that to give you width. And Aubameyang, just give Mount and Havertz the free roam with Aubameyang, and then you got Kova more than likely sitting, or a Georgie. You can have Jorginho there if you want to rest Kovacic, and you got Loftus Cheek out here. You got Gallagher in around here, protecting the back four. It's tough, guys. It's tough. But this is within the game because then I think it changes and it goes to wing back. And I don't know if you remember against the Wolves game. The Wolves game you had Gallagher in this right position here. you had Chilwell's, and you had Mount, and they all interchange. So it's almost like Gallagher is playing the role that Loftus-Cheek would play, because I think Gallagher's got more legs and he's in work rate. That might be the thought process, but I don't know. We have to see, guys. We have to see. What we're going to do, just pick them on form. You can't just pick on form, but maybe you play Georgie then. And you do this. You have Jorginho sitting. You have Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher. Mount, Aubameyang, Havertz. And then a back four. You could even rest Silva if you wanted to. You could rest Silva. But I think for me, when you got a striker like Tony on fire, I'd like Silva in there. Silva's so good, guys. He's just baller. And I think he'll deal with him. He'll outsmart Tony. Whereas Koulibaly, will he do that? It might be a big test for Koulibaly. That could potentially be a setup, guys, there. You might even switch Havertz with Pulisic. I don't know. It's a lot of changes. But for me, I hate lineups. I hate guessing lineups. But for me, I think you're right. Kovacic needs a rest because he was avoiding surgery. You have to have Silva. You have to have Mason Mount. You have to have Trev. So I think I'm going with a back three. And I think Gallagher puts in a shift at right wing back. Funny enough. And then you have Mount in front. I think Mount will help Gallagher, but you have Mount now, and then you have the front two, Aubameyang, Havertz. I don't know if he does that. I think he does Pulisic then. I think he plays Pulisic. I don't know. It's tough, mate. I'd want to see Kai, to be honest, but I think with Kai and Aubameyang, you got the height, you got the presence, but we know Kai can technically be very, very good, so he can drop in and move around and occupy. And we know his work rate's intense, so I think I'll go Havertz. Remember that Brentford will press and they'll be relentless with it. They'll be relentless. So I'm going to go with something like that, guys. But don't forget, Gallagher comes into midfield. You know, like Reece James, he inverts, but he can also push up and overlap, link up with Mount, link up with Havertz. And remember when we played Wolves, you had like Mount on the far left, you had Gallagher like that. You can have Trev in this position, Jorginho sitting, but you've also got Loftus-Cheek here to cover if need be, right? Chilwell the same here, but also down. And you can also have Havertz dropping in, Aubameyang moving. You've almost got this. It's all mad, bruv. But let's have it right. I think Georgie starts, you know. I think Georgie starts. think he does. It might look like Gallagher's playing wing back, but I don't necessarily think he is. It's just that I think he's a good insurance policy. But if you don't put Gallagher there, it's as simple as this. You put Dave. I'm going to go with that setup. I'm going to go with that. Yeah. Chill's 21, isn't he? I think that's the setup I'm going with, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you put Asby right centre back, who the hell's playing right wing back? Who are you going to play there? You've got to play Gallagher then, or Sterling. This is the problem we got. This is a problem. This is why I'm struggling with a lineup. All day long, James goes there. No problem. Job done. But this is the problem. Can Asby deal with Brentford? Does he have to be at the right centre back? Is it going to be a back four where he plays right back? This is the problem, guys. This is the problem. But I'm going to go with that rough setup. I think Georgie plays. I think Loftus-Cheek plays. I think Chile plays. Koulibaly, Silva, Chalobah. I think they all play. Kepa, obviously. Mount. And the strikers, you could go Pulisic with Aubameyang. You could go Havertz, Broha. You can go Pulisic, Havertz. There's a lot of options. This one for me, I'm trusting the gaffer, guys. I'm trusting the gaffer. It's as simple as that. I'm just playing around with it. But that's what I'm gonna. I think the main players I've put down that I think are going to play. I think Asby has to play. Really, he has to play. But let me know in the comments down below, not in the chat. At the end of the stream, put your comments down below and let me know what you think. If there's, any changes you would make and that. Yeah. Bear with me. This is the thing for me, guys. I'm going to trust the gaffer. I know Silva, Mount, Kepa, Trev are guaranteed. He has to make a decision on Cucurella, Chilwell. He has to make a decision where he plays back three, back four. He has to make a decision on right wing back if he does play the back three, and Asby. These are all the questions. This is what pays. This is what you paid a big money for Potter to make the right decision. He admitted against Villa he didn't make the right lineup set up, and he was tinkering throughout the game, and we got away with it. You can't do that at Brentford. It's not going to be like that. We have to have a set understanding and set up and game plan, and we have to execute it. And we've got the players there to execute it. But we did struggle against Aston Villa. Let's have it right. We didn't play that great, but we were clinical, and so was Kepa in defence, keeping out any of their shots or any chances. This is it. But you can't always rely on that. We need to play well. We know we can play well. So that's the consensus for me. But But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going with those players that are definitely going to start. The rest is down to Gaffer, mate. The rest is down to the Gaffer. But I trust whatever he picks, and I think we'll do the business. I think we can go and win at Brentford. Why can't we? But like I say, it's a tough game to go to. But listen, big up to every single one of you in here. Like the video, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Join the membership scheme. Hit your notification button. Put your comments down below. I've got the link to the stream with Lewis from last night in the description below if you want to delve into that. So it's quite a long stream. I think it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever. But fantastic stream. And big up to all your support tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I probably won't be doing a stream tomorrow night, but it will be the day after we'll land the minerals. But I will give you a little short video, maybe when I'm at the ground or whatever, after the game, for you guys to give you my thoughts on whatever happens. But no doubt, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, and big up to every single one of you. And let's get those 3 points. Most important thing, let's keep the momentum going, guys. You got Spurs playing Manchester United. You know, we've got opportunities here. We've got opportunities to land the minerals, yeah? So big up to everyone. As always, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll do a live stream day after, geezers. Yeah, big up to every single one of you. Let's go. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.